Turf good. And they're off. Lilliput up top. Lilliput flashing out first from Moon Baby as moving back to third spot and taken back into the first turn run as Tammy's Magic picks up that chase. Here is Lyric Street ranging up there three wide with early foot as well. Lyric Street eager to go out three wide on the turn. Canadian Bear is next. Lucky Partners on the inside as they move down the back stretch now. It is Lilliput the leader. Lilliput to catch Tammy's Magic second and Lyric Street parked outside in the clear third. Lucky Partners is in fourth. Canadian Bear is next and Learning to Fly. Another six to Teddy's Lucky Girl, and it's way back to Moon Baby, who's well outrun. Must be 35 to 40 off that pace. Lilliput controlling with that speed. Lilliput from Tammy's Magic by two. Lucky Partners. Lyric Street is in fourth as they edge into the far turn run. Canadian Bear, Learning to Fly, is on the inside, has seven to make up. Lilliput tries to burst away, three furlongs left to go and put him away. Lilliput by five. Lilliput from Lyric Street out after that one, and Canadian Bear is in third. Learning to Fly switches off the inside, spies an opening, one off the inside in that second flight as they come for home at the 360s. It is Lilliput now put to the drive. Lilliput on the outside is Canadian Bear, and here comes Learning to Fly in between horses. Game Learning to Fly between horses. Canadian Bear, they've collared Lilliput. Photo finish. Canadian Bear and Learning to Fly. Learning to Fly, Canadian Bear. Lilliput was third, and then it was Lyric Street fourth. The photo finish win in the first in a minute 38.49. Second, Classic Bidsk LLC. Fitzgerald Bidsk LLC, Learning to Fly, 4-year-old Bay Filly by Bernardini out of Hennyville by Henny Hughes. And they're off. Sultry, Sally H. and Quickly, first to show early speed. At First Sight is right up there. She, Her, Hers is next, and Utterly Enchanting, and Bad Tempers in the back in between horses. Sultry, Sally H. gets away as the speed of the speed from Quickly pops away suddenly by some 3 lengths as they race to the far turn. At First Sight in between horses, just in third, and She, Her, Hers in between horses, Bad Temper, and Utterly Enchanting in the back. Into the far turn, Sultry, Sally H by 3 from Quickly in second. Here's Bad Temper trying to rally from the back third. Utterly Enchanting At First Sight ridden along, and She, Her, Hers is on the inside. Racing past the quarter pole, top of the stretch. Quickly is collared. Sultry, Sally H to take the lead. Bad Temper just in behind him, just 2.5 lengths from the front center of the track. Utterly Enchanting with a furlong left to go. Quickly's in front from Utterly Enchanting. Bad Temper getting going late down to the inside. Quickly just holding on from Utterly Enchanting. Quickly, Utterly Enchanting on the outside, trying to get up in time. Quickly, Utterly Enchanting photo finish. Quickly, Utterly Enchanting, Bad Temper, and then At First Sight. Official. Lined up. And they're off. Last gift very fast, married to the game, and what are we doing is up there in between horses, has to steady it just a bit, heading into the turn. On the inside is Tip Manny in fourth, Just Filtered is fifth as they round the far turn, 5 lengths from the speed. Doc's Miracle to the back of the pack, and Pichu is seventh. Married to the game takes the lead easily from Last Gift, who battles back on inside. Tip Manny moving right on through Tip Manny. What are we doing out 4 wide? Just Filtered is coming around them on the extreme outside, losing lots of ground, but willing into the stretch. Tip Manny got through on the inside, got the jump, leads it by 2 lengths at the 3/16, but Just Filtered confidently ridden and set down to the outside. Just Filtered pulling away 3, 4, 5. Good looking debut for Just Filtered. Just Filtered scampering home to win by a half dozen. Wow. Just Filtered from Tip Manny, and then married to the game, Doc's Miracle. Owned by ZWP Stable Incorporated and non-slow trainer, 2-year-old Bay Filly Just Filtered by Great Notion out of Slow and Steady by Malibu Moon. Bred in Maryland by ZWP Stable and Non-Stop Stable. Till a double, $78. Pick $303.35. $2 exacta, $81.80. Trifecta, $254 even. $1 superfecta, $876. And they're off. Good break for Yo Adrian today with Sevens Magic along with Granule and Kissed at Dawn flashing early speed. Yo Adrian is fourth and settling, and Daring Delight another 5 back. Donna Luna worth a dime last on the inside. Kissed at Dawn sets a good tempo heading into the turn, opens up 2 on Granule in second. Sevens Magic bearing out a bit in third position. Yo Adrian in between horses now takes that third spot. Daring Delight inside of Yo Adrian as they round the turn, worth a dime, and Donna Luna's at the back. Racing to the top of the stretch, more than a quarter of a mile left to go to the second wire. Kissed at Dawn leads the way from Granule by some 3 lengths, and Daring Delight. Yo Adrian trying to kick it on the far outside. Yo Adrian now getting into gear toward the center of the course. Here comes Worth a Dime. Worth a Dime with a big run on the far outside. Worth a Dime closing. Yo Adrian's taking the lead, but Worth a Dime on the outside means business. Worth a Dime and Forest Boyce 14-1 over the 1-5 Yo Adrian to the second wire finish. Worth a Dime beats Yo Adrian, then Granule third. In the winner's circle, Worth a Dime, owned by Nancy Lee Farms, bred in Maryland by 3-year-old Bay Filly by Mosler out of Shirley's Curls by Kirtland. In a minute, 3.98. $2 exacta, $92.20. Trifecta, $173.40. Superfecta, $677.50. Double pays $144. Pick 3, $347.10. Fifth race, scratch 9. Ready, race 5. They're off. Mid-pack, there goes Big Ton 10. Big Ton 10 from Dark Loot. And here's Mr. Mendelslew on the outside on the chase early. Mr. Mendelslew now takes that second spot around the turn. Tough Luck back in third. Dark Loot on the inside. Then Bit of a Boulevard. And back to Buoyant, who's racing about 4 deep around the turn. Fridays with Murray and Two Path. And trailing back there, Who Says So? Compact group, only 6 lengths will cover the field. Not much pace on as Mr. Mendelslew, Big Ton 10 match strides up front. Birabino Boulevard parked outside that pair from third position. Ground saving Tough Luck, who's racing in fourth, and back to Buoyant, who's in fifth position, and Dark Loot is on the inside. Fridays with Murray has 5.5 to make up, and trailing the field is Who Says So? Heading into the turn, 4.5 left to run, and it's Big Ton 10 from Mr. Mendelslew, and Birabino Boulevard on the outside. Tough Luck is racing fourth right off the 3-0 into the far turn run. They're followed by Buoyant. Fridays with Murray is ridden along for more, still has to quicken into the far turn run. Who Says So? And Dark Loot is tailed off to last. Birabino Boulevard now at the 5/16 pole takes off from Big Ton 10. Tough Luck, the major danger, is moving on the outside, third, almost second, and targeting Birabino Boulevard, who turns for home with a narrow lead. Birabino Boulevard off the inside. Tough Luck set down on the outside. Tough Luck in front. Upper stretch opening up 2.5 lengths. Tough Luck by almost 3. 1 furlong left to go from Birabino Boulevard, Big Ton 10, and Mr. Mendelslew a distant fourth. They're close to home, and it's Tough Luck and Yetsit Hazelwood. A riding double. Tough Luck to score by almost 7 at the line. Birabino Boulevard clearly second, Big Ton 10, and Fridays with Murray picks up a share fourth. Official. Tough Luck. Out of a Mente by Flatter. $3.80, $1 trifecta, $1 superfecta, $5.15.30. Double 3 at $11. Pick 3, 378 5 cents. Pick 4, 4,627.75. Pick 5, $15,926.35. 22 minutes to race 6, 5.5 on the Dahlia Turf Course. Rail 52 feet. Scratch 5, 1 True Dude, 6 Mike's Magic, 7 Sure Meant to Be, 8 Wrap and Send. Bald Cypress. Second finish, they're off. Oh, almost going down there. The star was N-Bar, was bumped and stumbled. Karma's in the house with that natural early zip to the front. Mantua Man is second, and Enzo racing third in between horses. Outside is Bald Cypress stoking up some early speed. Whenever you remember, is trying to settle down in between horses. A bit ranked there. Tossing the head about just a tad into the far turn run. Chimney Sweep. That's Tap has 7 or 8 to make up at this point, and Bar is trailing the field. Karma's in the house with a free roll up front. Leads it from Enzo by 3 round the turn. Mantua Man is in third. Bald Cypress is in fourth. Here's That's Tap racing far outside in fifth and driven, and Chimney Sweep is on the inside, also willing. They're in upper stretch now. Second wire finisher is Karma's in the house by 2. From Enzo driven to get by second. Mantua Man is in third. The others just for a share. That's Tap the far outside. Chimney Sweep now takes that 4th spot. Enzo grabs the lead from Karma's in the house with the 16th to run. Mantua Man is third, and Chimney Sweep. Here's Enzo reporting home a winner. Karma's in the house and Mantua Man and Chimney Sweep fourth. In the winner's circle, unofficial winner Enzo JJ Tour Alba, minute 3.42 running time on the turf-rated good. Enzo, owned and trained by Elizabeth Merriman, 4-year-old Doc Bear Brown gelding by Greg. $2 exacta $8.80, trifecta $30, $1 C perfecta $248.80. Jackpot I-5 carryover. We'll have that in a moment. Double pace 21.80. Pick 3 179.45. On. Last one in. Double pays in gold. Lined up. And they're off. My Flicker gets the first call from First Lady Rosalind on the inside. Talk to the judge early. Speed outside the pair. Matitude fourth at the rail. And Devil Pays in Gold is fifth. 5 lengths off for Speed. Cavalier Cupid is followed by Too Many Kisses. And Isabella's Glory has to run on from the back. And about 15 off the pace. Solid pace with First Lady Rosalind leading the way. Pressed by My Flicker in between horses. And Talk to the judge right there on the outside. First 3 only a couple of lengths apart. Matitude racing fourth while saving ground. Devil Pays in Gold poised for a run of good enough with 3 furlongs left to go. Too Many Kisses trying to pick it up, but still some 16 off the pacemakers. 3 across the track as they race toward the quarter pole, the top of the stretch. And it's My Flicker working to a narrow lead and Talk to the judge. First Lady Rosalind is under pressure on the inside. Matitude just after that pair. Devil Pays in Gold toward the center of the track. Still has to quicken a furlong left to go. Devil Pays in Gold now getting into gear on the far outside. Here comes Devil Pays in Gold. It's My Flicker, narrow lead and desperate to hold it. Devil Pays in Gold on the outside. Devil Pays in Gold from My Flicker close to the line. Devil Pays in Gold to win it by a length and change from My Flicker second. Then it was Talk to the judge and First Lady Rosalind. Perfecta $363.50. Superfecta. Double 15.40. Pick 3 17.80. Tina. 8th up next. No changes. And they're off. Jose can't say to the lead. Here's Musgrave on the inside. As for the Love of Run, fires up with early speed, and so too Casey and Pap. 4 of them across the track, sorting out in the early stages. Here's Speedy Alex picking a spot at the rail and saving something about 4 from that lead. Then outside is Findoro, and Repeating of Course has to come around them from the back as they charge into the far turn with 3.5 furlongs left to run. On the inside is Musgrave, a narrow lead. For the Love of Run there. On the outside, and For the Love of Run goes by. Repeating of Course has made steady progress at the back of the pack, moving along to third and now second as they make the turn in. Musgrave is back in third, and Speedy Alex on the far outside into the stretch at the 3/16. And it is Repeating of Course set down. Repeating of Course a 3-length advantage. Repeating of Course a furlong left to go. About 4 in front now. Speedy Alex second on the outside, and Musgrave is trying to hang on to third. Jose Can't Say coming back in between horses for a share. Here is Repeating of Course. Repeating of Course. Repeating of Course wins it. Toledo with 2. Speedy Alex was second, and Jose Can't Say, and Musgrave. Owned and trained by Horacio De Paz. 3-year-old bay gelding by Algorithms. Rogue by Quad. In a minute 14.31 seconds. $2 exacta 48.80, $271.90 dollar try, $991.50 for the dollar superfecta. 26.89 3 double, pick 3 $19.05, pick 4 $136.60, pick 5 $3,800.45.